Hello and welcome to Mumhari. My name is Mumhari.
And I'm yours, Mungu. And this is a Mercedes-Benz GLE 300D. And yes, we're not talking about anything else other than the best car you will find on the market right now when it comes to real sub-size SUVs. Oh, my word. My word. Now, this is a special episode for me, Manyenga. Tell them why.
Okay, number one, you begin by saying yours. People don't like you. You're obnoxious, nauseating. The Mercedes-Benz GLE is a darling to this Neanderthal because, like everyone,
the guy is getting nauseous. He's getting nauseous. Like everyone, Mercedes-Benz is the car to get. Mercedes-Benz is the car to have. And
BMW.
What worse?
Porsche.
Audi. Yep.
Lexus.
Yep. They're nice cars. They're all nice cars.
But
but they're not the executive exquisite vehicles such as Mercedes. And when you talk about exquisite, and when you talk about the best,
you're talking about Bachelor's Republic.
You know we are the infinity. Oh, you know we are the infinity. Oh, you know we are the infinity. Oh.
The Mercedes GLE 300D. Oh, my word. It's totally amazing. And you will see why. Exciting episode. Exciting episode. Yeah. This is why. Always a favorite among those looking for luxurious, large premium SUVs, the Mercedes-Benz GLE is moving with the times by offering more of everything, except underneath the bonnet, where the 300D is now powered by the Merc 2.0-liter 4-cylinder turbo diesel engine. Is it up to the task?
No, it's not.
Come on. It will take Mercedes-Benz traditionalists some time to get their head around the fact that this big SUV with the 300D lettering on the tailgate is motivated by a little 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo diesel. Having said that, it's an engine that is impressed in other applications, and comparatively speaking, its peak power, 180 kilowatts and torque of 500 Newton meters, outputs compare reasonably well with those of its competitors.
The BMW X5 xDrive 30D has 195 kilowatts and 620 Newton meters of torque.
Okay, but still, with a weight of well over 2 tons to lug around, it will have to work smartly with that smooth 9-speed automatic transmission to impress potential buyers. The good news, though, is that during general driving, particularly around town, you will hardly ever feel the need for more power. The GLE 300D responds swiftly to throttle inputs, and the well-calibrated transmission makes the most of the peak torque band from 1,600 to 2,400 revs per minute to facilitate swift, smooth progress.
So this is how it is like to drive. This car it's good. That's as far as I'm gonna go. It's just good.
Right, so basically what you mean by being good is that it's awesome, fantastic vehicle.
You're putting words in my mouth.
You know what we're talking about. You know what I mean, and you can feel it.
I can't feel anything, dude.
That there is called executive comfort.
All right.
I've never seen you look so happy in a vehicle.
This is me being happy. This of all the years that you've known me,
Look at
This
him.
is me being happy in a car.
Look at him being happy. Try not to be happy.
One thing I'll give it to Mercedes-Benz is that the ride is excellent.
Yes, excellent.
You know, when you're in here, you're cocooned from the world. The NVH is almost zero. The only
You
thing
feel
that
like you matter. You feel like you matter. You feel like you're important.
not if you continue interjecting like that.
No, I'm just trying to tell you what you're supposed to be saying, because you're like running around in circles. The idea is that this is a very good car.
How's about we do that when you're driving the car?
Nah, sometimes the best thing is to give someone an opportunity to feel something for themselves. I already know.
It's a bit jittery on bumpy roads. I think you can tell with the way the camera is shaking.
I think no, probably what you mean is that the roads are a bit bumpy and jittery.
No, but it's supposed to negotiate this, isn't it?
There's no car in the world who negotiate these bumps.
I'll give you the
Right,
Land
so
Rover.
yeah.
Well, you're doing great on this road.
But still with the bumps.
Yeah, the bumps are great. I mean, the bumps are there, but you need your car to negotiate it, right? Isn't?
Don't you just love that? Ah,
Love what?
now that's how cars should drive.
All right, let's see how this thing turns.
You know we are the infinity. Oh, 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 you know we are the infinity. Oh.
Side?
Ah! Now that's how cars are made to turn. Would you believe it's this size?
Mazda Demio can do better.
It could,
yeah,
but it doesn't, and it
We
can't.
shouldn't exactly be getting excited about the
That
turn
was
circle
nice.
of an SUV. I don't think when they made this car, they were thinking about the turn circle of this car.
The engine is, however, very refined and also relatively frugal, if there is an eco-conscious driver behind the wheel, that is.
That is not you.
Now, Mercedes-Benz claims a combined fuel consumption figure, hear it, of 6.4 liters for every 100 kilometers.
Yeah,
but,
right.
But, as it is to be expected, that's highly optimistic, I understand. You'll do well to average around 8 liters per every 100 kilometers, which is very acceptable given the sheer size and nature of this machine.
We've already mentioned the refinement of the engine, and it's a trait reinforced by the cabin insulation. In most conditions, the ambience is calm, with occupants enjoying a serene cabin that brings back that vault-like feeling of the Mercedes-Benz of old. Unfortunately, there is a fly in the refinement ointment, and it is the right quality.
German engineering at its very, very best. This car is an amazing vehicle. The time and technology put into this vehicle is something that most people would say, why would you do that with a piece of machinery? Well, at German's great Mercedes factory, excellence is everything. Exquisiteness is everything.
Oh, you know we are the infinity. Oh, you know we are the infinity. Oh, you know we are the infinity.
That vehicle there is a car that is worth the mention. Come through. I'll show you why. It is important to understand. But before I do that, this dude here will take you through.
All right, German engineering. Perfect. Let's look at the lights. Here we've got LED lights that are coupled with xenon headlamps. As you can see them flicking over there. Exquisite. The shape, just only the shape, will make you fall in love with this car. And before we even take a look at the lights, the badging itself. The badging will tell you that this is status. This is well made. As you can see, they've made that grille look amazing. Magnifique. If you want a car like this, you need to visit Exquisite. Come over this side. We've got a big car over here, right? We've got a big car over here. Obviously, it needs big tires. These are 20-inch wheels. I'll give it, it makes it really uncomfortable on the road, but they're really good to look at. It's status. When people look at you driving this car with these mags, you're looking great. Just the side profile of this thing, these lines will just show you that curvaceousness of this car.
Curvaceous is curves. It's when the creator looks at something and says, let me create beauty. He creates Mercedes, and the creator is Mercedes Daimler. It's Daimler-Benz. It's German engineering. It's German craft. The way you just look at it, of course, just look at all the sensors here. 6 sensors at the back and the camera. HD. That's how they make vehicles for the best markets. That's how they make vehicles for people who know what they're driving. And people who know what they're driving include this guy who drives not just a Mercedes, but a Mercedes-Benz GLE.
A Mercedes-Benz GLE. I'd rather drive an X5. Thank you.
I'd rather, but he's going to drive it.
We've decided to do something a bit different today on Mumhari. In fact, I think we're going to be doing it more often than not, and that is to bring in the people that have been following since the first episode of Mumhari. So here today we are joined by Jude. Jude, how are you doing? You good?
I'm alright.
All right. Jude, interesting name. Judas.
Judah.
But in Hebrew it's
Judah.
Judas.
Judas.
Judah.
Judah.
Oh, it's
Jude.
okay, fine. We'll spend the whole day here. All right. Today we've got the Mercedes GLE. Well, what do you think of this car?
Well, for starters, it looks expensive. Yes.
Because it is expensive.
That's neither here nor there. It's a very brilliant car. I would say it looks exquisite, executive, and it's got the right things to show you wealth, to show you success.
And being Mercedes, everybody's going to fall in love with it, isn't it?
I'm not so sure about that now. Maybe in the local market.
The mark of status in Zimbabwe is having that badge there, the Mercedes badge. And a lot of people, of course, they'll be running for this car. But there's a lot of competition, doesn't it? It doesn't.
Yeah.
It has a lot of competition. The X5, the Audi Q7. I mean, the Lexus RX.
We are not even talking about the Porsche.
We're not even talking about the Porsche.
Yeah.
But Mercedes have done well to come up with a car like this.
Of course, because here they're giving you the comfort, they're giving you luxury, they're giving you power and off-road capabilities. So yeah, I think they packaged this model quite well. It's quite versatile in utility, I would say.
Yeah, and tell us your experiences with, I mean, the best experience or the worst experience you've had with the car.
Right, I think the best experience that I've had probably was with my first car, because I was just which was a Challenger, 1980 Challenger, straight 6 engine, manual transmission. I think that was because I was coming from public transport. It was in the middle of muscle car and the day-to-day runabout car. Yes, so I think that for probably an 18-year-old Jude was fantastic.
It should have been fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
The amount of power that you actually get in that, you wouldn't be talking about comfort.
Yeah, comfort, no. Yeah, comfort, no. And remember, mind you, we said this is a 1980 model. So you're not talking of your two-tone leather, you're not talking of your air conditioning. Nah, it's none of that. It's your basic interior. It was basic to that.
Worst experience?
And wait, on that car, it was a left-hand drive. So now, remember, this is a little boy who's just got their license. Of course, I had to do other gymnastics. Now you're trying to overtake. In Zimbabwe, we drive on the left.
On the left.
Now, if you are in a left-hand drive car, you are on the left of the left.
Yes.
You want to see if there's oncoming cars.
Yeah.
So you have to like literally move your whole car into the next lane. Then you see, oops.
And then you have to bring it right back again.
You know, so yeah, that was a bit of a challenge. But then I moved out of that and I got into a Honda. After the Honda.
Wait, Honda
Fit.
Right, that's it for this interview here. Thank you very much, Jude, for coming. We'll probably have you in other episodes. We will not talk about the Honda Fit.
Undoubtedly, one of the highlights of the new GLE is its striking fascia design and advanced MBUX, or we call it MBUX, infotainment system. One of the GLE's major strengths is the impression it makes once you slide in behind the attractive leather-wrapped steering wheel. Fire it up and the wide digital screen lights up with impressively crisp graphics and a plethora of information. The GLE features the advanced MBUX system, one of the most advanced in-car infotainment systems around. As standard.
You're stretching it there.
Ah, come on.
Also fitted is an ambient light package, which I liked, which allows you to set the mood lighting to your preference. Fit and finish is excellent, and overall, this is a cabin that excels not only in wow factor, but also leaves a lasting impression of quality. Also immediately apparent is the extra shoulder space provided by the extra cabin width.
All I can say is, German engineering.
Now that is excellent. Now that is mind-blowing. I give it to Mercedes, man. In a way, I'm getting kind of hot because...
Why are you undressing?
I'm not addressing, I'm just giving respect to where it's supposed to go. Yes, this is Bachelor's Republic, and this is Mercedes, and what goes better together? Mercedes GLE, I think it is. By now you must be convinced.
Okay, this is what I like about the Mercedes GLE. The interior is well made, and the engine, it being a diesel engine and turbocharged, well, it doesn't give you that turbo lag. So I'll give it to Mercedes.
For some reason, why is that you're saying everything positive, but your face doesn't look positive at all? it's like you're saying, I'm happy. I'm really happy. Why would you be really happy and not show that you're happy? And why wouldn't you have enjoyed the GLE and not show it on your face?
Because I'd rather have the X5. Do you know why I'd rather have the X5?
No, that's not what we're talking about today.
Right, number one.
Why would you not want to have the GLE?
Number one, most of the buttons in there are just too fiddly.
And they work. And number two?
It's a Mercedes.
I think that's the underlying thing, the fact that it's a Mercedes. Now, you can't get over your whole BMW Mercedes business, but I saw you in the car and you were having the time of your life. I understand why most business people or most successful people or people who have accomplished things in life or people who want to accomplish things in life would rather go for the exquisite Mercedes-Benz, which of course you can also get at Exquisite Motors.
Okay, Mungu. Number one, it all depends on what you want. Number one, if you want excellent interior, you go for a Q7. If you want performance and comfort, you go for a BMW X5.
Why are we continuously going back?
Why would we talk about the GLE? I mean, we've exhausted. We spent 30 minutes talking about the GLE. Let's talk about other cars. I mean, people are bored right now.
Somebody just doesn't want to talk about a very good car, as this was a very good car. You keep... There you go. It's getting heated. Right. So this has been your episode of Mumhari, and we've totally enjoyed reviewing the Mercedes GLE 300D 2020
a beautiful vehicle. And there he is. He's saying goodbye, and I'm saying goodbye. Come back, my guy. You will totally come back one of these days. One of these days.